Kindly bring us up to speed on the latest developments, Patrick.
Thank you. The members of the National Assembly have just completed the first session morning sitting where they discussed the supplementary budget estimates and went through it, which was tabled by the chairperson of the Budget and Appropriations Committee, Kimani Ichung'wah. And this presentation, he did really specify, capture that the judiciary will get an extra 1.5 billion shillings to help it in the construction of more courts across the country, and also in its fight against its war on corruption. This is a proposal that had been made by the president after the National Assembly in the last finance bill chopped off that amount, and we saw Chief Justice David Maraga complain that and saying that it will really impact the judiciary and its delivery of services. We've also seen money on CDF at least has been chopped slightly. Now each constituency is expected to get at least 110 million shillings and an improvement of 10 million shillings from the previous financial year. We've seen also the concern by Ichung'wah was that this is coming at the time when Kenya, its interest on the loans borrowed either internally and externally it will be maturing. The Eurobond will be required to be repaid, and now the country facing a deficit of about 500 billion shillings. We also a country that is struggling with a debt of 5.3 trillion shillings, of which 2.9 trillion shillings is foreign debt and 2.4 trillion is domestic debt. And now just joining me is Mumias West Member of Parliament Johnson Naika on his views about the supplementary estimate that you've just passed. Mheshimiwa, what are your reservations on this supplementary budget that is just coming within 3 months after we passed our 3.06 trillion budget?
Yeah, thank you. Not really reservations. I can compliment a few things, like giving the judiciary some money, which is not enough, of course. And we have agreed that in the next supplementary, we shall always consider increments for the judiciary. As you know, they don't have courts. We need courts everywhere. And people have to travel long places to go to other areas for court cases.
Yes, and looking at just some of the cutbacks, there's something maybe touching on the energy sector. What is your concern with this?
I'm very much concerned with the energy sector, because you see they have actually reduced about 2.6 billion from the energy sector. And as you are aware, a person like Mumias West, where I have over 123 schools, half of them are not lit, and rural electrification cannot even operate because, number one, it's not our own fault. The transformers are not available, and the transformers which were brought were, I think, Chinese, and they all broke out. And now it means that we are stagnating the whole operation of lighting. Even the majority, the government policy of taking rural electrification to villages is not going to be a reality, because the villagers are not going to get light because of this reduced amount of money. Maybe I'll also even take sports. You know, most of our youth need to do sports. That is where they even get self-employment. And we, in the major budget, we did not actually factor a lot of money in sports ministry. But that little, again, they have reduced 29 million. I think that's not right. This is something that we have to consider and return money for sports to nature youth, and even the grown-ups need to do sports. And the other area is maybe, let's say, CDF. CDF is not a member of parliament's money. It is money for the community. It is for building structures. It's for building classrooms. It's for building laboratories. And even, as you know, we have been having very heavy rains everywhere. So the infrastructure, toilets are not there in schools. And so, okay, there is a small improvement, which we are telling them that next time we just need good money so that we do good work. The government can be happy if we are doing good. The another thing which really has made me unhappy is the reduction of the state social protection money. You know, social protection money is for the old, the aged, people who have retired and they are not able to live. This money, at the end of the day, is paid by monthly. By monthly means after 2 months they get 4,000 Kenya shilling, meaning that they have been getting to 200. Now, if you are reducing this money, actually we'll give the same amount, but we'll reduce, instead of improving more people, we are going to give a few people. I do not agree with that. But last and not least, what is coming in the afternoon is about, you know, the hottest, zero. Most of us are for zero. We don't want the 8% to go to wananchi. We want zero. But if, because of tyranny of number, it goes through, then the people who will actually be passing that should be seen by wananchi, who has done what and who has done what.
Thank you so much. That is Mumias West Member of Parliament Johnson Naika, just trying to share with us some of his views on the supplementary estimate. And in the afternoon, as it were, we are expecting the President's memorandum to come before the House. It is some of those proposals, some of them with hidden taxes, which members of Parliament say that some are saying that they'll shoot down those proposals, and we'll wait and see whether the President will have his day and or Parliament will flex its muscle and overturn the President's proposal. Back to the studio.
Well, thank you, Senior Parliamentary Reporter Patrick Mimo. Following up on the developments in Parliament.